Greetings and welcome to Flypoet Entertainment Studios. My name is John Hensley. I'm the executive producer here at Flypoet Entertainment, a company I started in 2000 with a goal to elevate and amplify spoken word as a genre. We did nightclub shows in and around LA for about 10 years before, I guess you could say, the Ford found us. And we started with our Summer Classic at that point, where we took it out of the nightclubs and out into the Ford Theater, and it was a really strong success for 9 years running. This would have been our 10th had it not been for the pandemic. We're really grateful that the Ford Theater and the LA Phil are looking to release some footage from past shows, and we're looking forward to you taking a look at it. We've chosen 3 clips for you today. 3 individual spoken word pieces by a total of 4 spoken word artists. The first piece you're going to see is by Talam AC, a gentleman that is a very good friend of mine, has become a very good friend of mine over the years, and I refer to him as the godfather of the spoken word scene, the international spoken word scene. He's a living legend, and the piece he's doing is, it's entitled 5 Women, and it's really uplifting, and it's just a really powerful piece, 2 and 4 women. Along those lines, the second piece is by Queen Sheba, one of the most decorated slam poets in the nation, and her piece also, I felt, piggybacked that one really well because it's also deeply empowering to women. So that's basically the theme for the first 2 pieces. The third piece you're going to see is a poem that we started shows off with for years because I really feel like it's a great just intro tone setter. It's by Steve Connell and Sekou Andrews, and it's called Spit. And it's really a piece that really exemplifies to me why spoken word is so important and just deeply relevant as a performance art genre. So hopefully you'll really like what you hear and see and feel. And to keep in touch with us is pretty simple. We are flypoet.com 24/7. And we're also on just about every single social media platform, anything with an @ we are at Flypoet. Look for our podcast. We'll be doing our inaugural podcast coming out soon. We're producing that now. We're really looking forward to doing something different and special, not your typical spoken word podcast. So look for us. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you around.
He drove a country mile just to come to the Ford to rock for you at the Flypoet Summer Classic. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. He's a bad man. Give it up in advance for Talam AC. My mother's library had over 1,000 books, and her bedroom closet was cluttered with guns. And she helped raise her first grandson with a switch and a message. Her patience was not to be tested. A nurse who taught 2 languages and expected her progeny to excel. Quick to tell you, tough titty, raised 4 children by moving back and forth between southern and northern cities, told my mother, no way. Yeah, you and that baby can move in, but ain't no grown man moving into my house on no day. No pity. Bosom was warm, but the gangster was gritty. Pretty girl, piano player, singer, matriarch, cared for her parents for years while secretly dying of cancer, but still never let anything tear her family apart. My grandmother, Eula English, was my heart. Now, her mother was a school teacher, a black woman with a college degree in the 1930s and 40s. Long before these underachievers came up with excuses, would do whatever she could to make sure her children didn't end up shiftless and useless. Use candy bars to motivate the children in the neighborhood to study the Bible because she believed that that was where the truth is. Ruthless when disrespected, connected nouns and verbs to put your self-concept in check, could be expected to rip your ego apart. Named after a city in Texas, my great-grandmother, Galvesta McNeil, was my heart. And her mother was a rider. Type to show up inside her son-in-law's living room, just take over, tell him, look, I'm like a general, and I raised my daughter to only roll with soldiers. Born in 1882, transcended 3 years before my start, famous for lighting cigarettes and putting men in their places. My great-great-grandmother, Sally Guest, was my heart. And my father's mother was a social worker, a black woman with a college degree in the 1950s. who bought a house for her siblings and her parents and raised her 2 sons to either get educated or get busy. To my mother, if somebody steps to my grandson and gets knocked out, never punish him if he gets suspended. Just ask him how to start. My maternal grandmother, Flora AC, was my heart, and my mother is a black nationalist with a master's degree in mathematics who's been programming computers since long before they had keyboards. I'm talking punch cards. And she never cared about my rough housing in the street, but if I ever disrespected her, I got punched. Hard. And hit with switches till I blacked out like the computer glitches. And if I came home with B's, she would make me study more to ensure I get the picture like tons of megapixels. She developed me to be sharp, still my favorite person in the world. My mother, Jacqueline, the AC, is my heart. I'm a father to my son, and I've been one since the beginning, but every advantage I've ever given him has been the product of 5 women. See,
we are our mother's mistake and our father's denial gone global now. We are the Surah and the Psalms. We are the communication link between the Bible and the Quran. We are the secret message in the slave spirituals, the treasure hunt to our conjugal visits, oh, I can feel it, riding the back of raindrops, licking my brow full of sweat and malfunction. We are the kickback from the shotgun butt on your shoulder. We are Nat Turner's last sane thought before the voices woke him up from that blackout blood on his machete in hands, pieces of flesh stuck between his toes. We wear the bruises as medals of honor. This time we red dot our target. We are circa 1934 Thurgood Marshall's test scores. We are the Tallahatchie River, filling Emmett Till's wounds with fish scale and coral, gently carrying his body to Graceland. We are the riots you'll never remember. The chip off the old granite, the perfect edges of marble, the slivers of stainless steel, leaving history behind in every fingerprint. We are the elderly lovers on the second plane during 9/11. They kiss and clasp their fingers without making a sound. We are their last breath before the shards of glass rip through their larynx. We are the lower class, drowning in the bottom of the Titanic, the Amistad, the 17th century hell on earth. We are the women, regurgitating meals we saved in the back of our throats to give our malnourished children seconds on floorboards. We are the 14th star in that Confederate flag. We are the hairs of stillborn slaves used to stitch the black seam around the white stripes. We are India before the till of the Huns. We are the campfire moccasins, rain dance, hieroglyphic, shadow puppet dancing in embers, cave wall storytelling, Abenaki, Apache, Appalachie, Black Carol, Boro, Denny, Cellini, Fox, French Creek, Koso, Kikimi, Bakanga, Yoruba, Igbo people. We are the women. We are breakdancing as a tribal tradition. We are breakdancing as a tribal tradition. No more passing the American go buck or doe or elk that only visit us at dusk. We are the intelligence in Lil Wayne's wits. We are the public lynching with his fiasco with Michael Vick. We are the Jews hiding beneath the stairs. We are the slaves hiding beneath the stars. We are the slaves hiding beneath their cross. We are the millions on death row earning a degree. We are the Gina 6. We are only as strong as our latest execution. We are the 5%, the 12%, the 4,400, the heroes. We are the women, the Mary Magdalene, the village soldiers. We are that blue thing on X-Men that changes to whatever the fuck she wants to. We are the keep your head up when we've been demoted to wifey and shouty every 12 minutes on 8 different stations. We are the chicken frying, whole meal making Sunday through Thursday. We ask our men before we accuse them of cheating, but that was a shout out to y'all, brothers. We ask our men before we accuse them of cheating, bounce a newborn on our hip, boil a bottle, balance our checkbook, check our emails, MySpace, Blackberries, correct homework, check homework, find the forward you park card, counsel about safe sex to our teenager after finding condoms in what they thought was a hiding place, when nothing in a woman's house is a hiding place. Little do they know, we were 16 once. Get dressed, get them dressed, fix their ponytails, explain to a middle child that a free lunch card doesn't mean you're poor. It means you're saving up to be rich. We are the women. This is not vote or die. This is run into the voting houses and graffiti the walls, ransack their ballots and Xerox our democracy 1,482 times per inmate, and flip the bird to the Kinko's attendant waiting behind the counter to collect on paper owed to us. So find, search, dream, thrust your arms out of socket and have a presence. Because Gandhi's message is not a mantra, but a warning. Be the change you want to see in the world because no one else is coming. They've lost our addresses. We don't live close enough to the sponsors to be on MapQuest. We'll have to MacGyver our way with a paperclip, an old shoe, and a battery because God will give you the gifts. God will give you the gift, but you'll never know what it is unless you open it.
Poetry is the proof that there is one spirit broke in 7 billion plus parts. Poetry proves that.
Rubbing my eyes.
You always start off your set by rubbing your eyes.
And saying how tired I
Saying
am.
how tired you are.
Somebody once asked me,
Why you always spit so much when you hit the mic?
Well, the fact of the matter is, I am a poet. So my eyes are perpetually burning and bloodshot because it is my job to stare into the center of the sun until I singe the edges of my retina and my pupils bleed so that when I spit, you were no longer able to see the monsters that haunted you.
Poetry is the proof that there is one spirit broke in 7 billion plus parts. Poetry proves that. Poetry proves that we walk connected. So every time you hit around the streets of LA empathizing with pumpkins that have been scraped clean out, read a poem. Yeah. And once you get done proper by Pablo, Langston, Cummings, Williams, Walton, Lorca. And once you get done proper by Sonia, Sandra, Maya, Mary, Nikki, Gwendolyn, Carolyn, Joy.
Read a poem.
And once you get knocked clean sideways by some cat you never heard speaking tongues you can't relate to, translated word by word, then you'll know the poetry lies deeper than the enamel on your teeth.
Oh shit, it's deeper than that. Come on, man. Come on.
It's not simply the root.
It's deeper than that.
The nerve.
It's deeper than
that. The underneath. It is both devouring with hunger like life was a midnight snack and the bite mark on your vocal cords from when life bites back. And once you taste that shit, then you'll know that poetry is the hearkening back to ancient. The blending back of a billion parts. It is the sharing of our cultures. It is the swelling of our hearts. It is the secret you can't tell me.
Spoke from someone else's tongue.
It is the harmony we've added to that song we all have sung. That after all is that we're family. No matter what you may have heard, and you will know it when some poet drops your jaw to spit their words. So do not ask me why I spit so much when I hit the mic. I spit
because I don't know how not to. I spit because I suck at ball and never excelled at math.
Not good with numbers.
This is what the hell I do. Look, I'm trying to rescue lives up here. Just yesterday I was shot 41 times, filled with 41 bloody holes, and all I was doing, officer, was reaching for a poem that would reach your soul. This job ain't easy. But don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
I do it for the money.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, no, why not, Aisha? Poets gotta pay rent.
Put me up with a discount.
So there will be no discounts off my product tonight. I'm collecting every cent. But
don't get it twisted.
I don't
do it for the money. No.
I'm trying to get saved off this here.
So
on any given Wednesday, I will spit to stadiums of no less than 2,000 for no less than 20,000. And on any given Thursday, find some community coffee shop with a seating capacity of 20 and spit the exact same set for free. This is for the love. This is for the love of the word. Meaning, I ain't going platinum no time soon. I done blown up and withered away, blown up and withered away, blown up and withered away so many times in this industry that my words have stretch marks, yet I continue to spit.
Because the baddest poets I know, they broke up into two groups.
Which one?
The barely born.
What else?
And the long since gone. And that means that ghost got my nerves wrapped up like myelin do and hum in my bones like marrow. Because Pablo Neruda said, if poverty drives away your golden shoes, let it not take away your laughter, which is my life's bread.
and I felt that shit.
Right? Right?
Woo!
Okay. And Maya Angelou?
What'd she say?
She said, as if speaking to me through my girlfriend's eyes,
Yeah.
your voice like fists tight in your throat jabs ceaselessly at phantoms in the room. Oh, and I felt that shit. And Tupac.
What Pac say?
Oh, Pac?
What Pac say?
He
Come on.
said, the only thing I fear in death is
Is reincarnation.
reincarnation. I got the heart of a soldier
And the brain to teach a whole nation.
And I felt that shit. And ladies and gentlemen, Sekou Andrews said,
Yo, whether I'm on HBO, on Flypoet, or on 3rd Street Promenade, I spit for the ones who hunger for it like it's Ramadan. That's God's instructions were, before you die, you give me one masterpiece. Do not make me regret you. That is all that I ask of thee. I spit because sometimes at night, the words they chase after me. I spit because the poet staying silent is blasphemy. And me, cursed to never know which one of y'all God sent me to touch, so I could know when I'm finally done. I spit one for every one on every mic on every night until everybody leaves wet. I can't afford to miss nobody, so if you ain't get hit yet, move closer. All up in here. All up in here. And remember, when you come to this Flypoet stage, when you come to any spoken word stage, you must arrive here naked, but bring with you everything you have ever covered yourself with. Bring your apprehensions and your inhibitions. Bring
your security blankets and your monsters.
Bring what? Your drink from the audience
Thank
member.
you very much. Step up.
Bring your pride and your predators.
Bring your prayers and your prey.
Bring your reverence. Bring your praise. Bring your rancor. Bring your rage.
But most importantly, if you happen to be sitting at the front of the stage and Steve Connell or Sekou Andrews gets the chance to blaze, you better bring a motherfucking raincoat, because I will spit.